Okay, today we're going to use Google Sheets, and that is a spreadsheet. And so right here are the procedures step by step. It says go to Google Classroom, which I've already done that, and it says open the sorting information assignment, and I've opened that. And it tells me that spreadsheets are made up of columns identified as A, B, and C. So these are the columns, they go down. And then the rows are identified by 1, 2, 3, 4. They go left to right. The location within a spreadsheet where the column meets the rows is called a cell. So right now, A1 cell is lit up, and then B1 cell, A2, those are called cells. So number 5 says type in the following title into cell A1, date. So you're going to come up here and type date. And then it says, number 6 says, next hit the tab key on your keyboard. This will move you over one cell to the right. Now type history. Okay. Number 7 says, hit the enter key on your keyboard, and this will take you down one cell. Now click and drag across both cells A1 and B1 to highlight them. So I'm going to click and drag. And then you move on down. Then it says click the align button and choose the option to center the text in the cell. Now we did that at the beginning of the year, but here's the align button, right like that. And there's a picture of it. Then it says also use the bold to make it the titles bolded. And then number 10 says, now you will change the background color of the cells within cell A1 and B1 still highlighted. Oops, I gotta get back and highlight them. So let's do the fill. So fill color, not text color. Fill color and pick whatever color you want. Then it says, next click in cell A2 and type 1936. And hit the tab key. This is step 12, and type in the first computer. Okay, now enter the key, hit the enter key on your keyboard is what number 13 says. And right here it says, now you will have to widen the column for the text to fit on line 1. To do this, click between column B and C and drag it to the right to fit the entire sentence. So I'm going to go right in here, and do you see how the cursor changed? I'm going to drag it over to make it a little bit bigger. Okay, so now it's bigger. Then, oops, number 14 says, and I got beyond 14, number 14 says, click, that should say click in cell A3, click not in cell A3, and type 1953, hit the tab key, and type IBM. Now continue to fill in your timeline by using this information. And yes, when you use this, the information right here, when you use this table, I know it's not in order. So you need to make sure that it is lining up with the correct date. And yes, I know there are some down here that there are two 1991s. Two things happened in 91 and two 96s. So I know they're not in order. That's what you're going to learn how to do. Okay, so I've put in all of my information and I've made sure it's correct. Now I'm on step 16. Once you've entered all the information, make sure the dates are centered, which this is the part I messed up before. The computer history is aligned to the left and your column B is wide enough. So my column B I think is wide enough, but column A needs to be centered. So I'm going to click in the first box, hold down the shift key, or you can drag and select the entire column. Then I'm going to go over to center it. So that solves my centering problem. Then number 17 says, next you're going to add borders around each cell within your spreadsheet. To do this, highlight all of your timeline information by clicking and dragging over it, or like I said, you could also just click and then hold down the shift key and click the bottom cell, and that will select it all. The click the borders button and click the borders button and choose the option for adding a border all around each cell. So I'm going to go up here. This is the borders button. And I'm going to choose all around. So now I've got borders around all of it, which looks good. Let's go down to number 18. Finally, you will use the sort command to sort your timeline by date. To do this, highlight the dates column in A and computer history in B by clicking and dragging over them. Ours is already selected. Oh, but it says do not select the header row because that'll mess it up. So we're just going to select from A2 down to B23. So I've got everything but the header row selected. Select data and then sort range. And let's sort column A from A to Z, which will also do numbers correctly. So that's looking better. It looks like it's sorted correctly and stayed with the right things. So let's go back to our directions and actually show a picture. And we are done. The last one says to put it in your folder, but actually since we're using Google Classroom, you are all done. And you've learned to sort information using a spreadsheet.